Andrew Wiggins Andrew Wiggins definitely been playing better than him.
That's the guy we got to talk about. That's the dude we got to talk about.
Are you talking about my former favorite player?
You had the jersey.
I literally had to because I was planning on, when you have your favorite nigga in basketball, football, baseball, whatever sport you watch, and you kind of anticipating them return. So I was anticipating LeBron return after a while. And it's funny because the Cavs drafted Andrew Wiggins, and I was actually gonna get a jersey then. I wasn't gonna buy no LeBron jersey. I already had a Heat one. So I was gonna buy Andrew Wiggins jersey, but ended up getting traded. So I was like, I'm gonna still buy it and still like the Cavs. So I bought it, thinking he was gonna be the next LeBron. Because remember, that's what people was hyping him up to be. From high school to college. I'm be honest, I saw some similarities in the way he played. He was skinnier.
But
once he had that first year with Minnesota, I said, okay, he might have something. Then I was like, yeah, nah, he ain't no number one pick type of quality. So, but credit to him though. Some dudes aren't cut out to be number one picks. Some dudes are just cut out to be good players on different teams. You have to sometimes the role of the team shows that how you fit with them, if that makes sense. I know I worded that crazy.
How they ask, I know what you're saying.
What they ask if you on teams can benefit you more than others.
To your point, this is his worst statistical season, but his value's never been higher.
Yep.
Like it was a question before he got to Golden State if he was even tradable, and it was not tradable, but if people would really take on his contract. And it was weird because I look at his numbers. These aren't bad numbers. 3-point percentage is kind of sorry. Early on, there are a lot of below 35% shooting seasons and all of that. But the scoring, we always knew this was a dude who could score, but it was just he would put up numbers on bad teams and he couldn't play defense, and the efficiency wasn't there. That was kind of the thing about Andrew Wiggins. And then so that brought the idea, okay, maybe he's not a number one option. Fine. Mm-hmm. And then we bring him over here and he becomes a much better defender. I remember people, as I said a couple seconds ago, people said he wasn't a good defender. He ends up becoming their best defender this series. He's locking down Jason Tatum when he's guarding him. He's playing within the role. He's getting a lot of double-digit rebounding games. He's doing a lot of the dirty work.
Yeah, he had 13 rebounds last night.
13 and plenty other double-doubles during the postseason. And we still, and this is the great thing, he's still he has experience as a primary shot creator. So those times where maybe Steph is doubled or Clay isn't open and they need like a late shot clock bucket, he's not new to that moment of having I got to go create for myself and get a look. This is a guy who scored 20 plus before. You know what I mean? He just did it on a suckish team, but he knows how to get his own look. There are so many things. There are so many benefits to being on a great team. You're going to be around a culture that's not going to allow you to be weak in certain areas. We always said Golden State is not going to let you go there and suck on defense. Flat out.
Oh, hell no.
We said that was what they said about.
They don't play that.
Yep.
They don't play that. They probably got some in the locker room people that don't want to play no defense. Beat the hell out your ass.
You better slide the feet.
You see, Andre Iguodala was getting mad at the other game when he went playing defense. He said, bro, you gotta play. You gotta play. He looked like he was his father or something.
They are not gonna let you go down there and not play defense. And I remember that was the first thing people were saying after the Wiggins trade was he's gonna have to become a better defender, and he's doing just that. Like I said, it's an anomaly. It's one of the rare times we saw it. But, for a guy who's a former first overall pick, who I don't think ever showed us that he was a bust. I don't ever want that to be a thing, especially now.
Yeah, I don't think he was a bust. I just think he was drafted at the wrong position. But when you look at that draft class, who the hell?
Yeah. It was
I don't remember it, but who the hell should have been? Sometimes it happens like that. It's just.
What class?
It could have been nobody's. I don't think it's anybody that's better than him in that class.
I remember thinking for the longest that Jabari Parker was better than him. No. This I'm thinking at 20. Oh yeah, I remember thinking
he was. I started out. I thought he was too. To be honest, with Jabari Parker just had the wrong. He just got injured.
So it was okay. So Embiid ended up becoming the best player in that class. There were a couple.
Okay, Embiid. I don't remember. We need Blake on that.
Yeah.
Draft shit. I don't remember.
He gonna ask us to do a mock draft. We got Wiggins, Parker,
Julius Randle,
Gordon, Smart. There's a lot of great guys, but not only one of these guys. Only two of these guys could have won number one over him.
Yeah, I think he better than Julius Randle, in my opinion. I need New York fans to go get at me, but
Zach LaVine was in this class too. Wow. Yeah. Oh, so okay, low key. If we were doing a redraft, okay.
Zach
so here's the 5 right here, Carl. So here's the top 5, and I'm gonna include some of the bigger names. So there's Andrew Wiggins at 1, Jabari Parker at 2, Joel Embiid at 3, Orlando at 4, or Aaron Gordon at 4, and Dante Exum at 5. Then some of the other names here, Zach LaVine, just other names in this draft. Zach LaVine. Who?
Jokic on there. He got drafted 41st.
Holy
in the
shit.
second round. Hey,
wow. We were so wrong.
You might go 1.
So let's redraft. So do a redraft. Give me your 5. Your first 5.
I would probably see the hard thing is I don't know if I'm gonna take him over. Him and Embiid, bro, is hard.
Okay, Jokic and Embiid. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you Embiid. I'm gonna give Jokic. I'm gonna give Jokic his due. Since he's 2-time MVP back. I'm gonna say Jokic 1.
Okay.
Embiid 2. I'm gonna put Zach LaVine at 3.
Okay, we're putting LaVine over Wiggins.
He had 25 points this year, bro. And even before that, he had another, I think, 24 points before that. I don't know. That's a tough one.
This season, the narrative about Wiggins, and I got you. But after this season, the narrative about Wiggins is going to be much better than the narrative about Zach LaVine. Right now, people aren't that hot on Zach LaVine because he doesn't play defense.
True. But let's be honest, when they both got picked in the All-Star team, which one were we more weary about?
Okay.
I'm just mean you might be right. I'm just meeting you with the point. When Andrew Wiggins was started, we said, "What the hell is this?"
True. That's true. We didn't
even think he was gonna get picked, honestly, for the All-Star. I didn't see it. I don't know.
These finals, I gotta put I'm gonna put Wiggins at 3 over LaVine. Then I'm gonna go LaVine at 4.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Because it's flip-flop. It's like almost flip-flop. Like we weren't expecting that much out of like LaVine earlier in his career.
Yeah.
We were expecting that much out of Wiggins.
Yeah.
It didn't really happen. But then look what happened with Zach LaVine. He improved.
Yeah.
And he's kind of playing especially on the offensive end, like kind of how we thought Wiggins was going to play, like a 25 points per game type of score. I'm kind of looking at it like that. So it's really can go both ways. So I don't know.
That's very true.
You can still put Wiggins above him, but it's just like he's becoming a player that we thought Wiggins was.
That's very true.
Or was going to become. So it's confusing. It's really confusing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what to choose.
That's a very good point. That's actually a very good point. Wow, that I didn't know who else we missing. There's some names. There's Jordan Clarkson. There's a lot of names.
Hey, Dante Exum going undrafted.
Spencer Dinwiddie was in this class. Jeremy Grant. There were some names here. I bet you don't remember this nigga, Samaj Christian. I bet you don't remember that nigga. That nigga was like, okay.
What's his name?
Samaj Christian.
The hell that boy that for?
I remember Alfred Payton had a lot of hype. Noah Vonleh. Wow.
Oh, Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Alfred Payton. Oh, hell no. He undrafted.
I remember he was so hyped up. Alfred Payton was in this class.
Doug McDermott. He was cold, though, out of college. But
he's actually solid in NBA. Yusuf Nurkic.
He is. James Hill. Oh, that turned out.
Yeah. I remember thinking Rodney Hood was going to become something solid, and that never happened.
He kept getting hurt. He has a nice game.
Yeah.
Adrian, I don't even know. I don't remember Adrian Payne getting drafted. That's a weird thing. I don't remember that.
Bogdan, rest in peace.
I'm gonna bring you a name, boy. Mitch McGary.
Mitch McGary from Michigan.
Boy.
Man, the lefty.
That nigga ain't in the league no more. Clint Cabela was at 25.
Bogdanovich.
Shabazz Napier.
I remember that nigga from UConn.
And they drafted him thinking that LeBron was gonna stay after that. Remember that? I don't know if you remember that. LeBron said he liked this game. They thought drafting was gonna keep him.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Joe Harris from Virginia. We forgot about that dude.
Oh yeah, they might trade his ass. They ain't even play him.
Dwight Powell. There are a lot of quality players in this class. Wow.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah.
Bogdan. I didn't know he was in the league that long. 2014.
Wow. So there are some names here. Okay. All in all, though,
Kevin McDaniels.
Yeah, it's a lot of motherfuckers here. Let me see who else I can like figure out.
Oh, Dwight Powell.
I remember like their guy like KJ McDaniels. I remember him at Clemson.
Dwight Powell is Canadian. I didn't even know.
I had no idea.
Russ Smith from Louisville.
Louisville.
Boy, hey, I don't care if he ain't making it in league. I know he was cold when I watched him.
That nigga was cold.
I'm gonna salute him.
Man,
What he overseas right now? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I know I made fun of other niggas that didn't make it, but I don't care. I like this game.
Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Don't get me started on him.
Yeah, there's a lot of that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
I got more basketball skill than that nigga, but Jordan, I'm not playing in the way, but Jordan McRae, remember him? He was actually kind of cold. He was what they used to hype Jordan McRae up the way they hype what's his name? We make fun of him all the time on the Lakers.
He played for them now?
He kind of looked like Lawrence Fishburne to me a little bit back in the 80s when he was on the Wood. Or not the Wood.
Was he a guard?
Why TH.
Taylor Gordon Tucker. Yeah.
Kind of like Lawrence Fishburne to me.
Yeah.
But the way they was hyping up Jordan McRae was the same way they hype up TH.
Yeah. There were a lot of quality players in this class. All in all, shout out to Wiggins, man. For him to do what he's doing and adapt to a new role shows maturity. And like I said, it's a really rarely have we ever seen a guy in his second worst. If you just look at the stat sheet, in his second worst statistical season, have it be at his highest value. Rarely have we seen that ever. And I'm not saying worst. I'm not saying his stats are bad. I'm saying if you go look at everything else, 20 points a game, 17 a game is not 20 points a game. And he's done 20 points a game here, but those 17 are more impactful than the 20 plus he's put up during different points in time in his career. You know,
them real fanboys of his try to round that 17.6 up to 20.
Well, it was 20, basically. It's a difference.
20. Look, this is what they used to tell us when we was kids, or at least me. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. They go try to round that boy up.
Yeah, before you're like, no, nigga, that's not this shit gonna work.
Yeah, no, but it's really cool to see because just like we saying, certain people are just better when you ask less of them on different teams.
Yeah,
I know that sounds fucked up, but it's true.
Yeah,
I don't know. Certain people, you flourish in your role.
This is the second number one. I said this a couple weeks ago. This is the second number one overall pick that they turned into like this great role player, Andrew Bogut. You know what I mean? That he was a number one overall pick to Milwaukee, I think, back in the day.
Yeah, so, he didn't work out for Milwaukee, so
yeah. Shout out to my boy Andrew Wiggins.
There's some lottery picks. It's definitely some lottery picks too. There's. I'm trying to think.
There are a lot who kind of just had.
I could name some, but if you really think about it, they were great before injuries and stuff. So it's not really the same thing because Andrew Wiggins really never kind of panned out to what we thought. It would be.
He showed flat. Like Andrew Wiggins was always he's showing flashes guy, right? But he never like pulled it, like really showed us that.
No, we had K Fielder. No, I'm just playing. I'm about to say K Fielder. I was just.
I remember that from Oakland. Did he go to Oakland?
He averaged like 30 in Oakland.
That left-handed guard, he was athletic as fuck.
Yeah, Cavaliers drafted him too. I thought he was going to
get clocked. Actually, thought he was going to
I thought he was going to be like left-handed Spud Webb or something. That was random. My bad. Andrew Wiggins might be the only one in terms of just like, I don't know, flourishing in his role this much besides, like you said, Andrew Bogut. Be a number one overall pick.
Yeah, at this stature too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I know that class wasn't elite. Well, I can't say that because now looking at these guys' class was elite. But I know at that time it wasn't really hyped up outside of like those. Like it was just Jabari Parker, Andrew Wiggins. And so we never had a first or a high pick at that stature kind of do what Wiggins is doing. You know what I'm saying? There may be a couple more names, and we can lead that to the people in the comments to put them in there. But it's really dope seeing basically how willing this guy is to win. And I think any money moving forward is going to be worth it. Anytime you have a guy that shows this much versatility, like he's showing us everything you could ask for a 3 to do.
Yeah, they ain't gonna trade his ass now. We used to say, oh, he's a trade piece. He's a trade piece.
Yeah.
You never know, but I don't think they are.
Yeah, I think now it's like, oh, this motherfucker's too valuable for us. And even let's say you do want to trade him, you're gonna get a lot back. This is not gonna happen, but you're gonna get a lot back from that nigga.
He's literally become like another Andre Iguodala for them.
And better with like
better, definitely a more reliable scorer. Now we was talking Andre Iguodala back when the 76ers. We all know he was cold back then, like cold. Yeah. But when he came to the Warriors, he was like he wasn't the same player. So definitely like a what you call it, a nerfed. I'm gonna use the younger people term, a nerfed version of Andre Iguodala.
They haven't had that moment where like one star guy guarded had like locked down an opposing team star player since Iguodala did it. And even with that, I'm going to asterisk that because Iguodala ain't do shit with LeBron. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even want to talk about that. His percentage was a little lower, but he still was averaging 28 something. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, there's no way he should have been Finals MVP at all. There's zero way.
It's
ever.
They just be hating. I don't know really. Yeah. But Golden State really starting to turn back into that team when they won their first title, when they had the bench players like Barbosa. I know you remember Barbosa. He had knocked down the 3.
Spates.
Don't get me started on him.
Yeah.
Spates. Who else was it? Was David Lee? No, David Lee went on.
But David Lee accepted a lesser role.
Okay,
They
yeah.
elevated Draymond Green over David Lee when Kerr got there.
I think he's from St. Louis. I think
Yeah,
he's from Missouri.
Chaminade.
Okay, yeah. St. Louis, Chaminade, the enemy. I don't care, but hey.
He was at the game. He was at that Chaminade game we were at CBC.
Remember when people was dapping him up? He looked scared as hell because he wanted to dap up.
I was like, is that David Lee?
That's David Lee.
Chaminade has three legit NBA. Like David Lee was all-star. Like